Hey, welcome back, future millionaire and hopefully future mega millionaire and even hopefully billionaire. I'm going to talk about how to become super wealthy, how to become a mega millionaire and a billionaire utilizing Grayscale and cryptocurrency. And those are the two biggest assets that I have my money parked in. A lot of people would say that I'm taking too big of a risk with my investments because they don't like cryptocurrency. They don't see the value in it. They think it could go to zero. They think too many risks, right? That's what they've been told. That's what they feel. That's whatever, and I don't see it that way. I see personally, and none of this is financial advice, obviously, but I don't see cryptocurrency or Grayscale as being really very risky. I view the biggest risk as basically sitting on the sidelines and not being invested. That's how I see it. Now, I just posted, just prior to this video, I posted a portfolio update where I stand on my Grayscale holdings and my Schwab and my Fidelity accounts. And right now, it's like I've got a lot of money locked and loaded for the crypto bull run. I've got about $80 million locked and loaded in Grayscale trusts, ready to rock. And I have no doubt it's going to push over $1 billion in this crypto bull run. Now, the question is, it might hit 2 billion, but I'll also be selling it off during the course of the bull run. So I don't know actually what the total value is, what I'm going to see, even if I don't get to the point where I actually become a billionaire after taxes, because I'm going to pay a shit ton of taxes this year and next. I'll still be left with a healthy chunk for sure. And it will basically ensure that next cycle, next bull run, I will become a billionaire after taxes, right? In liquid assets. Cause it's like some people are billionaires because they own businesses or rental property. And it's like, I kind of count that as fake. Like, somebody could put a value on my business or the value on my home or a rental property I might have, but that's kind of fake until I go to sell it. Cause I still have a mortgage on it, so I can't really call it part of my net worth really, unless I'm going to sell it, right? It's not really there. But in terms of liquid assets, like I wanted to become a billionaire in terms of liquid assets, like cash and equities that are sitting in my brokerage account, in my bank account. So that's where I wanted to hit that number. And I think I'm going to hit that number. If not this cycle, the next cycle for sure. Now I've got a lot locked and loaded. Like I said, $80 million in Grayscale. I've got a lot in native crypto. I've got about $40 million. Yes, $40 million in native cryptocurrency as well. So between Grayscale and between native crypto, $120 million is on the line to, so I'm almost certainly going to pop over the $1 billion mark and probably easily the $2 billion mark between native crypto and Grayscale holdings this coming bull run. So this will be good. I don't think that I will try to cash out of all of my Grayscale holdings. I don't think I'll be able to cash out of all of my native crypto holdings this cycle. Also, I'll sell some off. I'll just leave the rest to ride for next cycle, because it's just a ton of money to be moving around during a given cycle. It's a lot of money, actually, when you're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars. It's a lot. All right, so I want to talk about how can you get there? Because every one of you can become a billionaire, and you don't need to start a company like Apple or Microsoft to do that. Right? If you make wise investments in crypto, in Grayscale, you can also become a billionaire. So what did it take for me to get right now $40 million of native crypto and $80 million of Grayscale? What did it take? What's the total amount that I put in the depths of crypto winter and in crypto spring? Okay, so because some of it I bought in crypto spring. Okay, so a total investment that I made was probably like 25 million between Grayscale and native cryptocurrency. And, it's now 120 million. So that's what it takes. So basically the ticket to becoming a billionaire plus in this cycle is 25 million plus. It's like that's the cost of the ticket if you want to get there. Now most people are like, I don't have $25 million. Like I can't become a billionaire in this cycle. Well, okay, well maybe in the next cycle you can, or the cycle after that. No matter where you are starting, you can get to millionaire status and then multimillionaire and mega millionaire and then billionaire status. You can start with $1,000 this cycle. And as long as you invest it wisely into good trusts that do well, you can escalate that $1,000 into $10,000, $20,000, sometimes more. Especially when you're native crypto and investing in some of the native coins that just skyrocket. And none of us knows, in advance, like which ones are going to do that. Really, we don't really have a good idea. But if you do that, and especially if you do rotation, either through Grayscale Trust or crypto trust, and I've talked about this, I've put out videos on this stuff before, so go back and watch these. I've got 2 playlists, one called Crypto Rotation and one called Path of Fortune, and they deal with native cryptocurrency rotation and the Grayscale rotation. So definitely check those out. And with just a minimal amount of investment, you can actually become a millionaire and multimillionaire this cycle. So it doesn't take that much. It does not take that much of an investment if you invest it wisely, and especially if you do rotation, to end up with a portfolio that is what I had when I started, like $20 million. It does not take that much. And that might seem unbelievable, but geez, it's not. It's math. Like, it can happen. So definitely do that. You got to believe in yourself. It all depends on what you want in life. Like, if you don't want to become a billionaire, you don't have to. You don't just stop investing, right? When you reach whatever critical, number you want, just put it into quote unquote safer assets like index funds or dividend ETFs, things like that. And you'll be fine for the rest of your life. But if you want more, then just make sure that you reserve a good portion of whatever after-tax profits you have this cycle and put them into the bear market next cycle. So you can have maximum gains. Because everybody, and myself included, wish that we put our entire investments into the bear market. I got some of mine there, but not all of them. And I wish I'd put them all there in crypto winter, but I didn't. And that's okay, because I'll still have a really good return. But if you do that, especially when you get in during crypto winter, that's when you have maximum returns. And you get maximum returns when you invest in the bear market and when you do rotation through native cryptocurrency or through Grayscale trusts, or the rotating into, for example, the Bitcoin ETF. So you can do that. You can absolutely become whatever it is that you want. There aren't too many billionaires actually in the United States. I think it's under 10,000. I could be wrong on that, but I think it was under 10,000. Some article I read or some video I watched, so it could be outdated, but that's not that many. And typically billionaires, it's like they get their billions by like starting these huge companies that are just iconic brand names. And honestly, most of us can't do that. Like, we don't have the ability to do that. That's beyond our knowledge. It's beyond our capabilities. It takes a lot of time and patience. That's how they got their billions. But, you don't have to do that. You can just invest. Like, cryptocurrency is a rocket that can just take you super far. So, and never feel deflated just because somebody has more money than you. Who gives a shit if my portfolio is bigger than yours? Your portfolio, whatever size it is going to do damn fine in this crypto bull run, right? If you're in native crypto or if you're in Grayscale Trust, you're going to do just fine. So don't ever feel down about yourself at all. That's where you're starting. I started, listen, especially 25 years ago, man, I didn't have shit, right? I still have a little notch in my arm where I used to donate plasma in college because I didn't have money. I still have that. And it's like, it'll always be a reminder of all the times I went to get plasma and got paid like 15 or 20 bucks because I needed that, usually for like beer money or something like that. But that's, I didn't have any cash. And, even after college, I was deep in credit card debt. I was deep in student loan debt. It took me years to get out of there. And I really didn't, I didn't have a whole lot to my name. But with very little now in cryptocurrency, you can get yourself out of debt. You can set yourself up for financial freedom. You can be able to quit your job, pay off your mortgage, do a whole bunch of stuff that most people find to be impossible, because most people are tied to the 9-to-5 grind, right? And they trade their life away for dollars. They trade their time away for dollars. They're trading their life away. We've all done that. We've all been there. I've been there. I get it. I know what that's like. I don't want to be there anymore. It's like, thankfully I haven't had to be there for a while now, but I had to when I was in my career. I had to be there for like the first 10 years of the company's existence. That's what I had to do. And yeah, so it's like, I don't want to have to do that. It's okay to do that if I want to, but I don't want to be in a position where I have to do that. We should all be in a position where we can do what it is that we like, on a day-to-day basis. So, but you can become, for a lot of people, you guys are hoping to hit your first million, and I hope you do. The Grayscale Trust have that ability, right? So as long as you invested wisely, put the right amount in, even if you couldn't put in a big amount into LTCN or BCHG or whatever trust you're going into, if you utilize trust rotation, with some of your portfolio, you can get to that point. It doesn't take a whole lot to get there. So go back and watch the videos that I put out in the past about how to do trust rotation and some ideas on that. Nothing is guaranteed, because who knows when things are going to actually kick off for the underlying cryptos this cycle. It could be different than last cycle. But yeah, so that's it's easy to get there to your first million. And then, if you want to, here's what I would suggest, like, definitely don't stop at your first million, because $1 million is not a whole lot anymore. It's not enough to retire. It isn't. Just for most people, for me, like, if I had less than $10 million, I wouldn't be satisfied with going after the investments like in crypto and Grayscale, because $10 million, you put it into like well, I guess $10 million would be okay. Like, if you put $10 million into index funds, for example, that maybe have a yield of 10% per year, well, you're generating $1 million a year. Essentially, obviously, it's not like a dividend. You have to sell off tranches of that, slices of that over time to actually generate income. But that's a pretty good growth rate, like $1 million a year. Most people can live off that. Some people might not be able to. Some people might want more. For me personally, I'd probably want 20 million, minimum. If I were having like a 10% return, I'd probably want that, just so I'd have after taxes, at least $1 million in return. And you got to count on that. You got to count on taxes eating away your returns too. And you got to count on taxes only going up over time, because this country, like, our national debt is out of control, and I don't see us heading anywhere other than down a path of eventual austerity, where we have very high tax rates and people are suffering. I don't see anything other than that for us, because we're not turning the ship around. We're not fixing the problem. And so that's why you definitely want a lot of money. And at the very minimum, you want enough money to be able to invest in wise investments and take advantage of the investments that are there where the sun is shining, where they are still available. What the hell is going to happen if the legislature basically declares that the Grayscale trusts and Bitcoin ETFs and other ETFs related to crypto and all of native cryptocurrency in the US is illegal? Think about that. Do not waste your time not investing in these assets, is my advice to you, which is not financial advice. You know what I mean? I would make hay while the sun shines, as they say. And, it's like, make the most of this crypto cycle, and definitely do not miss next crypto cycle, because who knows if and when the music is going to stop. What if these things aren't available as investment assets in the future? You want to have already made your money. You want to have made your money for yourself and your family and your kids prior to them turning off the spigot, shutting off the system. You know what I mean? There's no guarantee that they will. Hopefully they don't. I hope that crypto and Grayscale trusts and ETFs related to crypto are always there for us and our kids and future generations, but there's no guarantee of that. Okay. And so you just got, like, don't take for granted what is in front of you, because that will hold you back. And if you want big things in life, you have to grab life by the balls and you have to go after them. So just keep that in mind. You can have whatever you want. You can have the portfolio that is my size or bigger if you just invest wisely. You just invest wisely. I made my first millions through my business, which is the hard way to do it in comparison to investing in crypto and Grayscale. And then I made more millions by investing in Grayscale. And after this bull run, I will make more money from index funds and dividend ETFs than I will from my company. It's like that. It's gonna far outshadow that. So it's like, it'll be, pretty crazy. I'll probably end up with more money than my company has ever made, which is crazy for me to think. But that's the way it is, and that's where you can be too. So you can achieve anything. You can become a millionaire. You can become a decamillionaire, a centimillionaire, and a billionaire if you want. It doesn't take that long. If somebody was starting with $1,000 invested into the trust this cycle with crypto rotation you could probably make it to the billionaire mark in 2 more cycles after this, maybe 3. You know, it all depends on the returns that we get in future cycles. But you know, when you use a rotation together, it's like, you know, it's pretty crazy what you can accomplish. So never let anybody hold you back. Never let anybody tell you that you're never going to make it, that you're not good enough, that you don't know enough. All that is bullshit. All right. Never let anybody hold you back. You got to have the right mindset. And that's just what I wanted to say in this video. So I'm going to leave it here. You can become a millionaire, a mega millionaire, and a billionaire utilizing Grayscale and crypto. They are the best assets, in my opinion, for rocketing your wealth upwards. Investing in dividend ETFs is not going to get you there, not anywhere at the same rate. You'll be dead and gone before you become a billionaire investing in Tesla or Nvidia or whatever. It's not going to happen. If you do the math, it's not going to happen. But in Grayscale and cryptocurrency, you can achieve whatever life you want. You can. So definitely invest wisely. And during the crypto bear market, the crypto winter, that is the best time to get in. And next cycle, if you guys get in there, well, you won't have to put in probably any more money in crypto spring, because you'll already have been locked and loaded with a minimal investment into Grayscale, into cryptocurrency to rocket forward for the next cycle. All right. I hope you guys are doing well. I'll catch you guys in the next video. If you want to join Discord to join the conversation on investing in Grayscale or crypto, click the link in the pinned comment below. We'll see you there. Take care.